right, everybody. Hey, it's me, Marina. It's been a minute since I made a stationery video, and part of that is because I rearranged my entire office. It is completely different than it was last time I recorded a stationery video. I said on my other videos, like the ones that I talk about like business process, but if you don't watch those, since the inauguration, honestly, since the election, I've just been like really sad and worried, and it's been really hard for me to concentrate. And my husband was having the same thing, so he started coming to work with me because my office is just like a really wonderful place. Like, it's just so bright and cheery, and like everybody that works here is, you know, human, obviously, but it just feels like a good place to be. Like, the energy is really good. And so before we were working in, like, I was working here, of course, but I was like feeling so like worried and sad that I wasn't really getting the good benefits of having my office. And then my husband was working at home and he was like feeling the same thing. So we started coming to work together and it just really, really helped. And so now we've been coming to work together like every day since January, basically. Like, we really committed during the snowstorm in February. Because my office was like much nicer during the snowstorm than his, which is like, his is a converted shed in the backyard, or it was, which was my old office. Like, I used to work there too, so I know how cold it can get when it's really, really cold out. But we started coming to work together and everything was working out, and everything is still working out. So a couple of weeks ago, we rearranged the whole office so that him and me both have room for our desks and our stuff and everything. And honestly, it's like even nicer and more cozy, and like I like it better now. Also, my desk used to be facing a wall and now it's facing like out to the rest of the office. And then his desk faces mine. And we can't really see each other during the day because we both have like big monitors, but it's just nice to know he's there and we eat lunch together every day and stuff like that. Anyway, long story short, I haven't been recording video content because I needed to get my video station set up, and I think I've gotten it. I'm actually standing right now, which is new. I also realized that like every time I touch this, like everything on the desk shakes. So this might not be my permanent video setup. I am still obviously working some stuff out. So I also just like realized that, so this is my standing desk, where the surface we're on right now is my standing desk. And when I'm standing at my standing desk, usually I'm just like over here is where the keyboard is, so I'm typing on it so I can stand up straight. Right now I'm like leaning over the area where like the monitor usually is, or my laptop usually is. So I like have to sort of bend over to like reach this part of the desk. I don't really know how to explain it better than that, but that's what's going on. Like, theoretically, maybe if I like raise this whole thing. Oh, are you seeing hopefully my phone charms weren't just like dangling in the view the whole time, but girl, we work with what we have. Anyway, I'm just going to go on ahead and say that this is not the final journal filming setup, but I wanted to film a test. It literally took me like 30 minutes of wrestling and like readjusting and adjusting just to get this shot that you are seeing right now. So, just know that there's no way in hell I was going to reshoot this. But this is my little fat everyday carry that I've been taking with me in my purse. And I've been finding a lot more time to be creative and paint recently, and just like know it's so good for my mental health, and it just like helps me. So I've been doing that. This little thing, it says find a new totem and keep it safe. That's from a bunch of like fortune cards that my friend got, and like she gave us each one while we were hanging out at dinner once a couple weeks ago. And then this is just, I was sitting in a Korean restaurant and I just started painting like the counter and the plant, and they had this like hanging vine situation in the ceiling. And so then I took my Tom's Studio pen. Let's see, where is it? I think I showed it to y'all that I had replaced my other ink pens with the Tom's Studio Flex Nib. And I've been using it now for a couple of these drawings. I'll show you. This is awesome. I know I kind of dogged on this when I got it as a writing pen. This is not what this is for. The Tom Studio pens are not for writing. They are for art. And I should have known that based on all of their marketing. But no, as an art pen, this thing is bomb. So that's what it's for. And this is the platinum carbonate ink. So it's semi-water, water soluble. And then these are some measurements I took for like shelving that I needed. And this is a little frog, and it says Sana Sana Colita de Rana. Sana Sana, I can't remember what that means. But Colita de Rana means like little tail of the frog. And I posted on Blue Sky that I wanted to paint, and a couple people answered me, which was really cool, because I used to do that on Twitter, and I just like missed it so much. But this is, I made this with this Daniel Smith watercolor palette. These always get stuck to the lid. Probably because I don't like dry it off, but whatever. This, I made that with this palette and this pen, and then my white gel pen. So those three things went into the little frog. But yeah, someone posted and said that she was sick, so I made her a little frog. And then someone else was like, you should draw elephants. And I just Google searched elephant, and this little baby elephant was in a picture, and it was so cute. So I painted that. And then I got to do previews so my dance team had a performance, and I wasn't in it, which I was cool with. I feel like I perform a lot for work, and so I like to just dance when I'm in dance. But anyway, I got to be in the first audience for their performance, because of course I'm on the team. So I painted, I don't know how well you can see this. This is a person. Like, see, there's their leg, there's their other leg, there's their other arm, there's their other arm. But I did some character studies at dance. And then I took some notes for my class. Here's some more character studies. Here's like, because this used to be Ben's notebook. That's him doing some stuff. Here's me doing some like feet, hand, arm. It's like doing this. And like kind of getting the light as it goes on their arm and hand. And then this is me trying to get a picture, like someone was like grasping hands like this, and I was trying to like get the lines right. And I really didn't, but I was trying. And then in the music that they dance to, there's like a voiceover element. And one of the things that is in the voiceover is like talking about, like, if you were a boulder, what kind of boulder would you be, and what would your story be? And one of the things that one of the people says is, I know I am a boulder, but I remember myself as a mountain. And I don't know, that just like is hitting me really hard right now. So here's just some like me fucking around with paints. And then I used this Uniball Signo 1 to like play more with the phrase, I remember myself as a mountain. And I was sort of trying to get some rack perspective here. So here's like some lily, or not lily of the valley. What's that called? Is it lupin? That little sort of like dangly flower that hangs out in mountain valleys. It's like blue and cute. That guy, and then the mountain. But that's all I've been doing lately. It's a lot, like I said, it's a lot more art than I've been doing, because because I just like need it for my brain. But yeah, that's all I'm going to show you. I'm really only like mostly testing out this camera angle. Obviously, I found some flaws with it already. I will keep you posted as to what I end up doing. Bye.